guys, just wanted to do a quick instructional video with Luna. So I can't stress enough when you have a puppy that they go in and out of the crate all day long. So this is one of the things we talked to Luna's owners about, that they're going to start incorporating every day with her, is sending her in the crate even when it's not bedtime. So she might hang out in there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour or so, even when they're home. So she's got to learn to go in and out of the crate without doing this. And this is just basically puppy hissy fits. I don't want to be in here, it's not bedtime, just stuff like that. Things that will help her calm down in the crate. I'm going to show you guys, we're going to do some crate games and crate exercises with her. So I'm going to do, just like we do with the adult dogs, open and close the crate door until she's quiet and relaxed. So here we go. All this that's going on, never let them out of the crate when they're doing this stuff. Because all that they're doing is, I want, and you open the door and they're like, oh, that's how I get what I want. So if she starts to calm down a little bit, I'm going to reach for the door. If she gets too excited, I'll pull my hand away. So that there is not going to get the door to be opened. When I open this door, she's going to try to rush out. See the pawing already? Unlock the door again. And we'll try this again. See how she's pawing at the door? She's probably used to having the door be opened right away when somebody comes over to her. So I want her to just realize that it doesn't matter if I reach for the door, it doesn't matter if I open and close the door, you just hang out in there. So we're going to do some of the opening and closing the door stuff. That's better. Good girl. Good. And she's trying to figure out what I want. She's trying to figure out how to get what she wants. How is she going to get what she wants? By doing what I would like for her to do. Nope. Hissy fit, close the door, wait her out. This is really hard for some people with a puppy. But they're young and they're smart and they're willing to learn. So the easiest thing to do with a young puppy is just wait them out. Good girl. Pawing at the door. Close it and ignore it again. That's much better. Good girl. Especially with a young puppy, but especially any dog that you bring into your home that might be new to your residence, always have a leash. So when I let her out of this kennel, I've got the leash up on the windowsill behind me. She's going to be leashed. Pawing at the door, lock it and ignore it again. And this stuff is just puppy hissy fits. It's not the end of the world. There's nothing wrong with her. You just can't feel bad for her. It's hard sometimes. She offered me an SIP. Just a little antsy though. No, fine. Gets the door closed again. Another mistake that I see a lot of people make is once they get to this point where the dog's calm, they let him out and they don't put him back in. So the next step of what we're going to do is once I get her leashed up, I'm going to take her out of the crate and put her right back in. And then we'll do this again. And then I'll take her out and I'll put her right back in. We have our leash up here. Make sure I have that ready. Her leash and her prong collar. I'm going to put the leash on, but she's still not allowed to come out of the crate, you guys. That's an important part too. A lot of times when you go to put their leash or their collar on, they'll try to scoot out of the crate. Good girl. Luna, break. Good. And now, probably one of the most important parts, Luna, in, is to send her right back in. So that initial coming out of the crate doesn't become a huge reward for her. That's much better offering me behaviors. She's still a little excited, but she's kind of containing herself. That's much better. Picking up the leash isn't a release cue. Standing up isn't. Good girl. Luna, break. Good. And send her right back in. Kennel. Nope. See if she's putting on the brakes there? She's like, wait a minute. Once I come out of the kennel, I'm not supposed to have to go back in. Nope. Kennel. Good girl. So just a little bit of leash pressure there. But already, 2-3 repetitions, I can see a huge difference in her thinking about how this situation's going to work to her benefit. Before, she was like, this is what I want, and this is how I want it to go, wah, 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 you know, little puppy hissy fits. Now we've still got a little bit of whining going on, but she's thinking more. So she's not just acting on impulse, she's trying to use her brain. That's what we want. Much better. I might wiggle her leash a little bit. That's not a release. I'm not going to release her when she's whining. I want her to be quiet. Good girl. Luna, break. Good job. And then send her right back in. Luna, kennel. Good. I'm going to leave the door open. She's not trying to shove back out, which is awesome. Still not going to let her come back out of there while she's whining. Whining can get you into a lot of trouble if your pups or your dog is whining when they want food, whining when they want to go for a walk, whining in the car. That can lead to barking, that can lead to anxiety, it can lead to all sorts of bad behaviors. Quiet, calm, relaxed is how they should be. Good girl. Luna, break. Good. Kennel. Good. And then also you can use treats or food for this, you know, give them a little piece for going in, just to add a little positive reinforcement. But she was pretty worked up and she was pretty bratty, so I didn't want to give her anything food-wise because I didn't want to reinforce that type of behavior. Good girl. Luna, break. Good. And you can see each time she comes back out, she's moving slower, calmer, more relaxed. Luna, kennel. Good. Sending them in and out of the kennel can be just as important as place command, sit stays, down stays, stuff like that. now I'm going to close the door again. Much different. Good girl. Opening it. Much different. And you can see her thinking. I love the thinking process that puppies go through. They want to figure out the quickest, easiest way to get what they want, and they're willing to do anything, good or bad, to get that to work out in their favor. Good girl. Luna, break. Nice job, pup. All right, and we're going to take her out for a quick potty break and a walk, but I think that's pretty good so far. We're definitely going to be working on quiet behavior in the crate because she's used to only going in there for bedtime. So during the day, she wants to be out, she wants to be involved in stuff, and she isn't used to just going in there and hanging out and calmly watching stuff go on around her. So we'll be working on that for sure. All right, little miss, let's go.